Welcome to our kitchen. So we came back from our hike today and we were talking about dreamy English vacations to go to Northern Ireland, and that when it's really rainy and you're done with a really long, crazy, hard hike, that we always go get like a traditional meal. And then that started thinking, Pal's like, tell me what those meals would be. I'm like, bangers and mash, shepherd's pie. And I was like, wait, we have almost all the ingredients to make shepherd's pie. So I'm gonna make shepherd's pie tonight. Holds a big place in my heart, and I'm gonna bring you guys along with us for the experiment and the recipe, and hopefully you can experiment and make it right too. Hopefully it tastes good. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not a chef, but it tastes bomb.
Appreciate your sound. Appreciate your sound.
Okay, so one of the first things I'm gonna do is peel some potatoes. So this is like a cheat meal for Paolo and I. We rarely eat regular potatoes or russets. These are actually high country potatoes. But we usually go for sweet potatoes or something along those lines. So I'm going to peel the potatoes, rinse them, let them soak in water, and just let them sit to the side while I prep up all the rest of the ingredients. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mash the potato so it acts as a layer on top that I can put in the oven and it'll get nice and crispy. So I want to make sure that there's butter or some healthier fat within the mashed potato to make it real nice. If you want to be crazy and really go cheat mode, I'm sure you could add some cheese, it would be great, but that is not traditional English recipe and I'm not a cheese person.
Appreciate your sound, needed for innovation.
Okay, so while the potatoes are boiling and everything's going on here, I'm going to take everything outside. So this is my dish. I have a big man. And the majority of it is going to be meat all the way in the bottom, and then I'm going to layer it on top with shepherd's pie, with mashed potato, which is what's going on there. So I'm going to make the meat and let the meat sit for a while as well and kind of like chill before the mashed potato goes on top. So Paul's watching a game. I'm so tired, falling asleep, but making it happen. So I've got 2 packs of 95% lean ground beef and 5% fat from a local store here in Yosemite. I have some little carrot sticks, which I'm going to cut up into little circles. This is all I have left of an onion, and I can't believe it because it's not what I need for my typical recipe. So if you have stuff at home, I would use half an onion, half a large onion. It's a quarter, but we'll do it. And it's white, not yellow. Damn it, you should use yellow. And then we've got frozen peas. And then I really wish that I had Worcester sauce, but I don't. So I found the equivalent of what I could get, which was A1 sauce. I know, but it's alright. We're going to do our best. On top of that, I have some fresh garlic that I'm going to crush. And I'm going to go for some salt and some pepper. Don't ask me why he has a sweater on. He just had a haircut and the AC inside is cold and he needs a little extra layer. So we are about to turn the blackstone on. It's nice and conditioned. She's ready for us. So one moment. Okay. True story. Paolo just singed his eyelashes off because of this. His fucking eyes got so close to being burnt, which is so scary. But he did indeed singe his eyelashes, and he's really bummed about it. It's not why he hasn't been on camera today. He's watching a soccer game, and that is obviously the priority in this household, okay? So, I'm not going to use avocado oil. It's going to be healthier, but I don't want healthier right now. I want traditional, so I'm going to use butter. One moment, please. Okay. This is grass-fed, sea-salted. Gonna rub it on her. And I'm gonna make all this on here. You could do this on a frying pan on your stove, but I don't like to cook inside because it smells. And plus, Paolo eats so much that I don't have any frying pans that fit, you know? Okay. Here we go, y'all. So Pal and I today had the most magical morning. Definitely not hot enough yet. Jump the gun there. So we had the most magical morning. We went to May Lake and slept there last night. And this morning we woke up. I could not sleep past 5 a.m. I only took one sleeping bag. I don't know why. Pal had like this liner that's an extra layer that goes on the inside of my sleeping bag in extreme conditions, but it's not enough on its own, as we realised. So at 5 a.m. he woke up literally shivering. I felt so bad, and I was sweating so hot inside of mine. So, and I have a cocoon shape, so we tried to share it, which was the most uncomfortable situation. So I said, fuck it, I'm not gonna have it here. So as soon as it was light enough to go outside, I went outside. Needless to say. But did some animal flow on top of the mountains. Had a nice orange and banana for the hike. Stretched it out. Filtered some water from the lake. Packed up camp and hiked out. And it was just the most amazing scene. So we did it yesterday at sundown. And we did it today like mid-morning. And it was just beautiful. So different. 2 points of view. If you're ever in this area, you have to hit up May Lake via Tioga Pass Road in the High Sierras. We camped at like 10,000. Cool. Okay. This shit cooks stuff so quickly. And if you have a black stone and you don't know this trick, boom. So I'm using the spatula back there to block the hole so my meat doesn't fall down. You're welcome. Alright, you're welcome. Cool. Now that's kind of cooked, I'm going to move it over to the side. You know that's where all the heat is at. I'm going to rub a little bit more butter in the middle where it's dry. Get at me, I don't care. Happening. And then all of those carrots, onions, and garlic I chopped up earlier. Yeah. Saute these. That noise, sorry. Can't miss any garlic. And the peas I'll put in last. I can do it. Gas right now. Don't crack. We have another one. Pal is lazy. I guess that's his job, right? To refill the propane, not mine. And we haven't done it yet. Just kidding. It's just as much my job. We have not done that yet. So we're using these temporary ones. But they run out so quick. And by the way, they're wind blockers. I haven't stopped talking about them. Okay, so I put all of it together and the peas, and I'm going to add some A1 sauce now. Screaming. Sorry, neighbours. Oh, bugs. Okay. And then you got to remember that it's going to be baking in the oven for a little bit as well. So you don't have to get all the veggies to cook all the way through. They're going to continue to cook in the oven. Like molten salt. Those salty chunks. And then real black pepper. Colour's not much of a fan, but I am, if you can't tell. Okay, and then I'm going to mix it up one more time. So you're going to turn it off now. There's some stuff commotion going on inside. Whenever there's a game in this household, it's probably best I'm outside, you know? Palo roots for Flamengo. Flamengo. It's a Brazilian team. And it's like an extremely passionate support, okay? I will never forget, sorry. I will never forget one of the first times I watched Paolo watch a soccer game. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, I don't know if he's alright. Like, passion. You ain't seen nothing like it unless you've watched a game with this guy. And it's great if things end well, but it's not fun. The rest of the day is done if it doesn't end well. It's a bit dramatic. He used to be like that. He's grown up a lot. For real. Alright, now, what am I doing? Okay. I've got my bowl. Okay, so I drained the water from the boiling potatoes, and I smashed actually all of the meat. I didn't do too much, right inside of the dish that we're gonna bake it in. So like I said, the carrots are probably a little undercooked, and maybe the peas too, but it don't matter none because they are going to be cooking while it's baking in the oven. So I'm not turning the oven on now because I'm going to prep this now, leave it aside, and then later on tonight put it in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes just to crisp the top, and then we'll get into it. Alright, so I know you can't see me, but you don't need to. I have a blender. I'm going to blend up the potatoes, but with a little bit of this, which is a blend of coconut and almond milk, original, unsweetened, with no vanilla. So it actually tastes more like coconut, and I'm going to add a little bit of butter, and then I'm going to blend it all together, and maybe, just maybe, I'll add some crushed garlic in there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stick to the script. No garlic, just butter, and if it was regular milk, I'd have it, but I don't have this. This is my alternative. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Creamy. So this is the consistency I ended up with. I added a little bit of salt as well. It's nice and fluffy. So now we can go ahead and put it on top of the meat.
I'm on the run, chasing the thrills. I'm having fun.
Use the back of the fork. I'm gonna be in my way there. Yeah, just to like fluff it up and make marks all over it. We can use the back. I like to use the back. And then it gives it like little wisps on top. And the thinner it is and the fluffier it is on top, the more it will crisp. Eat whatever comes up.
Nobody done it like me. You shake the sound.